everyone, welcome back. Today we are doing a Panning Punk update. This one is going to be a little bit interesting because I have been on a hiatus, but I am back now. So I've got a couple of updates actually. I have an empty, I have a declutter, and then also at the end of this video I'm going to talk about this is completely unrelated to the project, but it kind of seems like a little fitting, so I'm going to toss it in here because these videos normally are short anyways because we're only talking about 5 products. So at the end of the video, I'm going to toss in a couple of mascaras that I've been using and trying out and that I don't like. So I'm going to be decluttering those, but I figured I'd go ahead and give you my thoughts on them if you're interested. So that will be coming at the end. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Is that everything? I think so. If you are not aware, let me pull it up because we all know I'm going to get something wrong. So this project is the Panning Punk project. This project is based off of old punk songs. So I'll have the full list of all of the prompts down below, and basically the point is you pick 4 to 6 prompts to start rolling, and it's a rolling project. So after you complete one prompt, you pick another. I chose 5 to start, and I'm going to give you guys some updates about those today. And then this is monthly, it's updated monthly, and it goes until the end of the year. So I had started off with 5 products, and I'm going to go through those with you today because last update, which was one of the last videos that I posted before my hiatus, we hadn't made much progress. And I did have a gap where I wasn't doing my makeup in the month of February, but we have made some progress. Okay, so the first prompt is Green Day Holiday. It's a holiday themed product, and I had picked the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in Goody Two Shoe, which was from the 2020 Chinese New Year collection, the Year of the Rat, I'm assuming. So I'm still working on this because I've been using a bunch of other highlights in between using this one. I like this highlight, however, it is, and I wanted to use this because this is older. It's from 2020. This formula is a cream to powder formula, so it does get old and they do dry out, and I can kind of tell it's getting like patchier and just a little bit more difficult to blend out. So I'm pleased that this is in the project because I feel like obviously that's going to make my life a little bit easier, but it is getting more difficult to work with. I have hit pan on this. I do have some good progress, I think, that we've made. However, this is staying in the project until I completely finish it off. So this will be continuing to be used because I don't want it to go bad. It's so pretty, and I love, this is one of my favorite formulas of like face products, the Super Shock Cheeks in general for highlights and blushes. And I want to make sure that I finish this. So we made good progress. We're going to keep it rolling. That's the update on that. It's not super exciting for that one. The second product gets a little bit more exciting. The prompt was the Clash, should I stay or should I go? It's a product you aren't sure if you want to declutter or not. Now, I just did a declutter and I've been posting the videos of that kind of periodically. So I didn't have many products, like I didn't know if I wanted to declutter or not, which is gonna sound even funnier in a little bit. But I had picked the Ofra Makeup Fixer. This is the 2 fluid ounce size because I don't like the packaging because this is a sticker and it irks me. Okay, if you've been around for a while, you know that the sticker, it irks me. I did finish this off. I actually finished this up today, so that was a huge score. I have been so close for so long because it takes forever to get like that last little bit out. And you can kind of see the little bit that the sprayer can't get to. But I did finish this off. I do like this. I enjoy this as a setting spray. I think it works really nicely, and the mist is pretty good up until you get to like that very last part. It's just the package. I hate this. I do have the full size of this, which is 8 fluid ounces. It's still a sticker. Ugh. I mean, I like the product. I still have it obviously in multiple forms, but I hate the packaging. I did finish this off, which means I can cross this check mark off my list. The Clash prompt is done. I'm very excited. And we will be rolling in a new product, which I'm going to talk about at the end because I'm going in the list order and I don't want to throw myself off. We will be rolling in a new product, but I'm going to talk about it at the end. We're actually rolling in 2 new products today. Okay, the third prompt was the Ramones Rock and Roll High School. It's a product that was a teenage staple for you. I had picked the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Perversion. Now, the one that was a teenage staple for me was Zero, but I don't have any more Zeros. I don't even think they make the Zero shade anymore because I'm pretty sure Perversion took over for that. Could be wrong, not 100% sure, but I feel like that's right. Anyways, we're making good progress. It's to the point where the pencil is so soft. I don't know if this happens to you guys, but for whatever reason, when I use an eyeliner that needs to be sharpened, normally when it's a new pencil and until about halfway, I don't have to sharpen it every use, right? I can kind of use it a couple times, 2, 3, 4 times, and then sharpen it. And for whatever reason, once it gets to about this height, a little bit taller, like halfway, the pencil gets so soft that every time I use it, I have to sharpen it. So I used this today and I had to sharpen it, and it's still, I don't know, I'm sure you guys can't see that, but it's so worn down that in order to use it again, I'd have to sharpen it. I don't know if that's because of how soft the product is, and then when you sharpen it, it gets too close to the wood. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. But I am at the point where I have to sharpen this before every use. And that really honestly helps speed things along when you're trying to use up an eyeliner, because obviously that's using up product every time you sharpen it. This is one of my favorite eyeliners though. I have so many of these. And so getting one of them out of my collection, because so many of mine are much older, is a huge step for me. And this has made some good progress. The first round update, I had completely forgotten about it and I wasn't using it. This round I have been using this almost exclusively, not quite, but almost, and I've made pretty good progress. So hopefully, again, my goal for this one is to use it up, but hopefully we can get that done in the next month or so. I'm hoping by next update. I don't know if that's a little too much, but I'm definitely hopeful. Prompt number 4. Okay, it's the Sex Pistols' God Save the Queen. It's a product with royal titles. So I was using the Tarte Park F Princess, and my goal for this was to hit pan in every shade. I don't know if you guys have seen this palette, but this is what it looks like. It's a contour palette. Now I had chosen this, obviously because it's got princess in the title, so it fits the prompt, but also because when I did my face palette declutter, I didn't know if I wanted to keep this palette because I didn't know if I would be able to use these 2 darkest shades. So I tried it out for the first month of this project, which would have been January. And in February's update, I said, you know what? I can use it. It's fine. It's not the greatest, but it's cool. I'm going to keep trucking and I'm going to keep the palette because I do enjoy the palette. It has been another month. And here's where I'm coming from, okay? Actually, I'll tell you the catalyst for all this. I wore a foundation a couple days ago in my last video, and it was too yellow for my skin, so it just kind of looked off, especially compared to, like, it didn't match. It wasn't a good shade match. I bought it online, it wasn't a good shade match. And because what I do with this palette is I mix these darker shades with the lighter shades, just kind of offset it a little bit, and putting that on top of it and then blending it out just made the issue of the foundation being too dark worse. And so that kind of made me think about things. And can I make this work? Yes. Is it a pain in the ass? Because if I go the teensiest bit too hard with a darker shade, it does not look good on me at all. Yes. So I'm thinking about this and I'm like, why? I have so many other face palettes. I have so many other bronzers, cream bronzers, powder bronzers, everything that actually look good. Why am I wasting so much time trying to make this one work? It is a nice palette. I think I got this from BoxyCharm actually. And I do enjoy it. I've used this multiple times over the years. But if you guys watch my face palette declutter, you know that I only want to keep face palettes that I can use the whole palette of. So I can't use 2 out of the 6 shades in here. So I am going to end up decluttering this. I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. I'm going to remove it from the palette. Now that means in this particular situation that the prompt has not been fulfilled. So I have to kind of think about, do I want to do something else in the same prompt and just replace it, or do I just want to move on? In this situation, I will be replacing it and continuing on with the same prompt, but because I want to complete the prompts, and I don't feel like this is completed, right? Because I am decluttering it, so I'm kind of giving up on it, and I want to complete the prompts. But I got rid of my spreadsheet that said like all of the products that I had, so I have to go through my collection now. And some of these prompts are like weirdly specific, okay? Like there's one about your zodiac sign. Do I have any makeup that relates to my zodiac sign? I don't know. I'm sure I've got something that's like star related. So I realized that I'm gonna have to take, what is the word that I'm looking for? I'm gonna have to take creative license. Is that the word? I don't know. But I'm gonna have to get creative with it. So I'm gonna replace this product, and I'll tell you what I'm gonna replace it with. It does not have a royal title. But again, I went through a couple of my drawers and like kind of rifled through some stuff. I can't find anything specific that has a royal title. I'm sure I have something. I'm sure I've got some eyeshadow shade somewhere, some eyeliner, something that has some connection to a royal title. But I'm also not going to spend the next 3 years trying to find it. So instead, I'm going to bring in this. This is the UOMA Say What Weightless Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. I'm wearing it today, actually, and I quite like it. The shade is Fair Lady. Do you see where I'm going with this? Now, some of you might say, well, this is cheating because it's not part of the prompt. Here's the thing, though. With project panning, it is all about, you know, trying to use up products in your collection, trying to make sure that you keep products moving. And you don't have to be exact. Obviously, the prompts are there. I personally like to look at the prompts as more as inspiration. Like, when's the next time I would have used this foundation? Because completely transparency here, I just bought a bunch of new foundations because my foundation drawer is looking a little bit light. But this foundation has been sitting there for a while and I haven't used it in a while. So for me, this is just the perfect excuse to use this foundation. I don't plan on trying to use it up. I don't know how much is left in here. So I don't want to set that as my goal because this could be another 3 months of foundation. I don't know. But I think I want to use this exclusively until the next update. And then we'll kind of see if we can tell how much is left in it. But I'm going to use this exclusively until the next update. Unless it runs out before then, which it probably won't. But I'm just throwing it out there. Obviously, if it runs out, I'm not going to use it anymore. Okay, so this is going in. I took some creative licensing with the prompt, but remember, those are there for inspiration. You don't have to follow them down to the T. Okay, and there is a chance that I don't have anything else with a royal title in it. Like, I really am concerned about the Zodiac sign one because I don't know if I have anything that's Scorpio related. I know I used to. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Inspiration. All right. So this is going to be joining the project now. Okay. And then prompt number 5 is Blink-182, What's My Age Again? It's an older product in your collection. For this one, I had picked the Milani Stay Put Brow Color because this is in the shade dark brown, and it is what I'm wearing on my brows today. This one is just starting to get a little dried out. I will say leaps and bounds of progress in the last month. I have hit pan. I can see the bottom of it, which I'm sorry. To me, that is a huge feat in a brow pomade because there's so much product in these. I've been making a lot of progress around the sides too. I will say the prompt for this one, I chose to use this until it's gone because it's older and it is a cream product and I want to make sure that I use as much of it as I can. I do like this. I personally do prefer pencils for my brows, but sometimes I get in that pomade mood and we're going with it, okay? So I have made really good progress in this. This obviously will be continuing into the next round because it's not finished up, but I'm excited. I'm excited. This shows good effort. Okay, so now that is over, we're gonna go back to prompt number 2. That was the class, should I stay or should I go? So that was the Oprah Mist. This is the one empty that we've had so far in this project pan. Okay, and I have to replace that. So for me, for the prompts, I'm just going down the list because why not? And the next prompt is the Misfits Halloween. So a horror or scary movie inspired product or a Halloween inspired product. Again, do I have something that fits that prompt perfectly? Maybe. I honestly don't know because I was sitting here trying to think and I was like looking around and Halloween is just very specific and I'm normally not one of those people who goes out and purchases things from like the holiday collections that are themed to that holiday. So like the Halloween collections that are themed to Halloween or the Christmas collections that are themed to Christmas. So I purchased some of them. Like ABH came out with the Primrose collection as part of their Halloween collection or as part of their holiday collection. I did buy that, but nothing with like Christmas trees on it. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know. And I don't know why I do that either. It doesn't matter. So I'm thinking about it and I'm kind of looking through some things and I don't know of anything specifically. Which is crazy though because I love horror movies, but I'm literally like trying to rack my brain. Okay, so I decided to go with the Halloween inspired prompt portion. And I was thinking of orange products, right? Because orange is very Halloween-y. So again, as you can see, kind of creative licensing, this is how, this is my thought process, this is how I got there. I decided to go with this. This is an Anastasia Beverly Hills loose glitter in the shade Carnival. This may have been part of one of their Halloween releases. I honestly don't know. I picked this up on clearance and then remembered I really don't like loose products like this. So I've got a bunch of them that I want to try to use up. This one I have not used yet at all. And it's like this orange with glitter in it. Why would I buy this? Do you know what I mean? So I don't expect to use this up because this is obviously a full-size loose glitter and there is a lot of product in here and you don't need very much glitter to do a look. So my goal, I want to use this at least 10 times. I feel like that's a good amount, right? 10 different looks, because with the current palettes that I have, I don't really think this would go well, which means I've got to kind of plan ahead there. So it'll be interesting to see how that works, but that is my goal. I want to use this at least 10 times. This is going to take the place of this. 2 different prompts. Does that make sense? Oh my God. You guys. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to you. That is the update for panning punk. If you are doing this project pan, let me know down below how you're doing. But for right now, I want to talk about some mascaras. So I have been bringing in, I've been bringing in new mascaras. And I don't, for whatever reason, I'm having the hardest time finding a mascara that I actually enjoy. And so I ended up today, because I was finally like, I'm done with this. I ended up bringing in an old favorite, the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. But I've been using a couple of different mascaras and I really want to share my thoughts with you. And I'm looking up actually the reviews on one of them because I just tried it for the first time and I feel like I've heard good things about it and I hate it. Okay, it has 3.5 stars. Let's talk about this. So the first one is the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes. I used this for the first time, I believe. I know I used this in my full face of Huda Beauty. And this one has 2 sides. It has a volume side and then it has a curl and length side. So I'm not personally the biggest fan of it having 2 sides. However, the mascara itself is very nice. In this particular situation, it's just getting a little bit old. So there's an update for you on that. I am going to go ahead and toss this one out just because it's getting old. It's not really performing as well and it's starting to get a little bit flaky. But I do like this mascara like when it's new, right? So I do recommend this one. That one in particular is just old. So now let's get into the good stuff. Then after I realized that that one was kind of going downhill, I brought in the Bite Beauty Upswing Full Volume Mascara. And actually, let me look up reviews for this one too, because I'm wondering, this one has 4.2 stars on Sephora, and I don't think that Ulta sells Bite Beauty. So this is how dumb I am. I was at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I have a haul video coming up, so if you're interested, subscribe. But I saw this mascara and it was like $12. And I was like, oh my God, a Bite mascara for $12. I should get it. And then I was like, wait, but I don't like this mascara. I was genuinely gonna buy it because it was a good deal. Okay, but I talked myself out of it. Anyways, so here's my issue. I tried this for the first time. I love Bite Beauty. I love them so much. And I purchased this around Black Friday. I tried it for the first time like a month ago. The brush is massive. I mean, it is massive. Do y'all see this? Massive. I don't love that, okay? Like, I'm not super, like, that's not a deal breaker for me, but I don't love that. However, the formula, I just feel like it doesn't do anything, right? Like, you know how when you put on mascaras, you should be able, if you put on mascara on one eye, you should be able to see the difference between your eye that you have mascara on and your eye that you don't. I couldn't with this. It was just so flat. And even like curling my lashes and everything didn't help. It's just so flat. And so I know, I just checked, it's got pretty good reviews, 4.2 out of 5 stars. So I'm glad that people like this. It just did not work for me. And again, that makes me so sad because I love the packaging of this. I think it's so, this is amazing. And I really like the Bite Beauty brand, but this mascara just did not work for me. And I tried it for like a month and I wasn't a fan. So then a few days ago, and this one might be on me, maybe, I don't know yet. A few days ago, I was like, okay, I don't want to use the Bite one anymore. I can't. It just sucks. So I went to my mascara drawer. Thank God I have a stash, because could you imagine if I was just buying these? And I decided to try out the Urban Decay Lash Freak. I just bought that new palette that they came out with, the green one. And that one came with a mascara. I have not tried them yet, but I do have them and I'm really interested in how that mascara works because I've always liked Urban Decay's mascaras, except for this one. So I'm curious about that one. Okay, so Lash Freak. I decided to go ahead and try this one out. Now I will say this one has 3.5 stars on Ulta out of 5. Not the greatest reviews. Some people love it and it's their new favorite mascara. Some people say it's a little bit of a learning curve, which I can see why, and I'll explain that in a minute. And some people say that the first few uses, it sucks. I will say I have only used this 3 or 4 times, and that was about enough for me to be like, God, no, it's not for me. Again, I love the packaging of this though. Can we just? So you take it out, and I don't know if you guys have seen this brush before. This is what I don't like. Let me show you the brush. I don't know how well you can see that, but do you see the part that's not even coated in mascara, right? And then the brush is, I believe, plastic. It's gotta be. It has to be. Which I don't like those. The bristles on the brush are very, very short, and I'm not personally a big fan of brushes like this. And then it's shaped oddly, which is the whole point of it, right? However, I found, personally, it just didn't do anything. And, you know, I tried different angles for the brush and everything. It's mascara. I can go buy a CoverGirl Lash Blast mascara for $6.99 at Target and use it in seconds and my eyelashes look great. I should not have to struggle so much for a mascara. It costs $25. There should not be like that type of learning curve. So this also is a no-go. So these 2 mascaras as well, they're gone. Those are some mascara fails. So I wanted to mention those, and I figured I'd go ahead and do it in this video because the Panning Punk videos that I've done thus far have been pretty short. So there's a little bit of an extra update for you. But yeah, so that is my update for Panning Punk and some mascara fails that I've had recently. Let me know down below what your favorite mascara is, drugstore or high-end, preferably cruelty-free, because obviously I only use cruelty-free products. But if your diehard favorite is not cruelty-free, I still want to hear about it. Make sure you guys do a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Make sure you hit the bigger subscribe button below me if you'd like to see more of me. I do have more project panning updates, as well as some get ready with me's coming up in the near future. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. I will catch you all next time. Have a great one. Bye.